And let me say that first, that one of the things that Brazil is not being affected by these cuts, because there was always a strong leadership, and I'd like to say that I'm accompanied here by the former Minister of Health, Mr. Nizia, who was a strong advocate for prevention in Brazil, and we also have a minister now, Dr. Padilha, who went on Instagram during Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga was in Brazil, and in the day she was in Brazil, he was doing the concert. He went on Instagram and invited men who use PrEP to go for hepatitis A vaccination. So we have a history of strong political leadership, and I am very proud of it. And then treatment is not a problem in Brazil because it's protected legally. But then your question about what is UNAIDS added value, and it wasn't phrased like that, it was more elegant, right? But no, let me say that PrEP in Brazil is now a reality. And when this government, President Lula's tenure started and Minister Nizia was the Minister of Health, we had a target of reaching 50,000 people with PrEP by 2025. And actually, we do have 122,000 active right now. There's 60,000 inactive, but we have 122,000 people using PrEP right now in Brazil. And we have a target of reaching 300,000 by the end of next year. Of course, there's a challenge because it's like 82% are men, are gay men, and most are white men, middle class, right? So we still have a challenge to reach the most vulnerable gay men. But where I think UNAIDS can help, and where I think we do have data showing the incidence is falling. After we started rolling up in cities of more than 100,000 people, inhabitants, with higher coverage, we are showing incidence falling, and this is what we need to show, because it's not smart to stop now. It's not smart. So we are, of course, very interested in implementing the long-acting technologies, but we're not there yet, because first we do need the registration with the Anvisa, which is the National Regulatory Authority. But we have on our plans cabotegravir and lenacapavir. But it's not only pending on the registration, it's also pending on the price negotiations, because access to prevention in Brazil is a right as access to health. And the government has to provide the means for people to access. And this means that we have a limited budget, right? So we do need to make this budget work for preventing new infections. So at the end, and we are doing the public-private partnership, we are calling development partnership. But at the end of the day, this has to result in an affordable price for the government that allows us to scale up the coverage. And to end, I've been citing a lot during this assembly, but it's important because it's a Frelimo. A luta continua, which means the fight goes on. Fight goes on, it's not over yet. And it was added later, a luta continua e a vitória certa, and victory is certain. But I don't think victory is certain. Victory is uncertain. That's why we need to keep on with the fight, and we need UNAIDS with us. Thank you.